Namaste to all you cosmic souls and welcome to your new moon solar eclipse reading. We will be beginning with a general reading with the energies that are coming in during the new moon solar eclipse. And then we're going to look at 5 important aspects that you need to hear and know during and after the solar eclipse. It could include things that you need to work on, things that you need to heal or release, things that maybe you're not aware of, but they are present, any hidden information that has not yet come to surface. Okay, so these are things that are the theme during this solar eclipse, new moon. A lot of new information is coming towards you at this time. So keep your eyes open, be very observant, and remember the eyes are the windows to your soul as well as anyone else's soul. Don't look too deep. You might read a little more than you actually intend to. Okay, so now we'll just get into the general reading and then we'll move into the 5 aspects. Wow, there's already a... Of course, this had to come out. So your first card is the healer. And this is about shamans or shamankas and the Numite crystal. Your energy centers in your hands are extremely powerful. And if that is something that you have not yet tapped into, that should be something that you move towards working on. Just do this with me. Release. This is how I release. You can do whatever else you want. You can just do this so you can snap it off. That works too. Do this again. Allow the heat to bring in the energy from your heart space. Then take it in together. Bring it back into your heart. So you're not wasting the energy, rather you're giving the love back to yourself. Now, the second card you have, we'll go a little more deeper into this card once we've read the main cards out. The second card that you have, I was just going to pick this up. The second card that you have is self-mastery, which talks about a spider and the crystal topaz. Okay, the topaz is usually more yellowish in color. Sometimes it can be green too when you have green topaz, of course. But this is more about mastering yourself, understanding yourself in a more profound and better way. Releasing any webs that you have created for yourself, and rather than being stuck into your web, understanding your web from afar, understanding your story from afar, to really see the deeper meaning behind everything that you have been doing until today. Now your next card is retreat, which involves mountains, knowledge, wisdom, peaks, climbing, and the green calcite. Now we're going to tap into a little deeper into all of these cards. So first, with the healer, what we can see is that your awareness is to be improved, or you're being called to be a little more aware of the situation that you are in. You're being called to awaken this healing gift that you have within you. With the self-mastery, I feel like you already have a lot of wisdom and knowledge inside. So it's like if you're questioning your own healing journey, if you have been questioning your own path, then this is a sign to go a little more inward to really understand the depths of you as a healer. Maybe the journey involves you healing yourself. It could involve you healing others as well, of course. If you resonate with that, you could have a strong connection to animals, to earth, to mountains, of course, mountains too, nature in general. Okay, but have you been wanting to venture into healing arts or take up new activities that involve healing in any way? Maybe tarot itself, maybe healing, maybe therapy, maybe counseling, maybe massaging, different forms of healing. There are so many forms of healing, sound too. So if you have been called, or if you have been feeling like I need to do something that I can start healing, then this is your calling to begin doing that, to begin your journey towards healing. So the shaman or a shamankal, which is the feminine form, is someone who works in the spirit world and connects deeply with the medicines of the earth. They are the medicine men and women of the world. And they act like a channel or a medium to bring the medicine or healing forms back into earth and offer this energy to people who require healing, because they have a high awareness about healing and they have been healers before. It's like a knowledge within them that they want to pass on towards you. And this crystal here, Numite, it awakens your natural healing abilities and it connects you to earth's medicines. It also connects you more towards your shamanic wisdom, the knowledge that you already have within you. With self-mastery, you need to understand that if you have been questioning things, the answer is within you. And you have been looking everywhere else except yourself, except inside of you. And what Topaz does is it aids the powerful process of self-mastery. And your spider is telling you that you are a connected part of the web of life, and all of its divine wisdom is also inside of you. Now with this retreat card, taking your journey towards the mountains and sacred healing with your calcite crystals. It is time for you to be your own mountain, to be still and reconnect. Your green calcite will actually help you a lot with relaxation, soothing your mind, your body, and your spirit. And it also nurtures your heart space. Why? Because your heart space emits that green light healing energy. If you focus on your heart chakra, it is green in color. The green is also a color of healing. Of course it is. And green is also the color of your heart chakra. So anytime you feel love, of course, we associate it with the color pink a lot of times. But the color of your heart chakra and the color emanating that comes out of healing is actually green. Now this has been quite the reading. Let us now step in and see, is there anything else that you need to hear or know about this new moon solar eclipse? We have the Page of Swords. I will be showing you the cards. We have the King of Swords reversed. What are you not seeing? 5 of Coins. Okay. and the 9 of coins reversed. All right. So with the page of swords, you're like full on in power. I'm going to get this. This is my journey. I'm going towards it. I'm going to catch that train, catch that flight, and do my thing. So there's all this drive, passion, power that's coming from within. You're ready to conquer. But at the same time, you have a few fears about whether you can or you cannot. So what your King of Swords is symbolizing is basically that you have that power within you to take action. It's just in your mind that you have these doubts, fears, and a lot of questions that are coming up that we just spoke about. They're all coming up from a space of fear. They're all coming from your mind. It's all in your mind. You need to get out of your mind for a bit. Maybe focus on your breath, focus on your heart space, and see what is it that is exactly stopping you from going and catching that flight towards taking that action, towards conquering that dream that you know you can. With the 5 of coins, what we see is that some kind of everything is in place, everything is set in place, everything is right there in front of you, but you've been feeling something missing inside of you, something like lost. It's like just tears from a past space, that unhealed space maybe, that is coming up to be healed, is what I want to say. But a lot of times you may not understand why you're feeling this way. There are a lot of things that still need to be understood in your path that you haven't seen yet. Talk about your story, share your story, and see what people have to say. Not people, by people I mean your people, your soul family, the people who are connected to you so deeply on a soul level. Is there anything that they have to share with you? Is there anything that they want to say to you? Is there anything that you can receive just by sharing your story? So that is the energy of the new moon solar eclipse. Before we move to the 5 important aspects of your new moon solar eclipse, I'm going to just say that I am having a free solar eclipse new moon meditation that is happening on 20th, 7 to 8 a.m. IST. You can check your time zone to see if it fits for you. If not, if you register and miss the meditation, you will be sent a recording as well. Okay? So the details of this free meditation, the registration will be linked in the description box down below. So if you're interested in that, it is free of cost. So do take advantage of that and begin your healing journey, your releasing journey with this meditation on the solar eclipse. Let us now get into the 5 aspects that are waiting to come to you. I will just be picking the cards and then read them together. Before we continue, I'd like to remind you to hydrate and also research on the healing powers of drinking out of a copper glass. Remember never to add lemon in a copper glass. It's just plain water. Okay, and now we shall get into the reading. Your first card, as you can see, is the mystical shaman. So that is your first message. Let us now understand what this means. You are invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and dream your life. Are you ready to choose you has been the theme of the solar eclipse new moon. So I'm not at all surprised that this card has shown up for you. You don't have to live in a story that has roots in the past. What if there were no need to you, explain you to anyone? You don't even have to explain you to yourself. The way to your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will. This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams. Who would you become if you stopped telling the tales that have defined you up until now? It's important that you be careful of what you pray for. This card is kind of cautioning you against relentless attachment to a certain form that you think will make you happy, prosperous, famous, or loved, or seen, validated. However, in seeing your dream come into being, had you considered what you were willing to sacrifice for it? The shadow aspects that had been coming. Have you been looking at that? Perhaps it's time to admit to yourself that you need to imagine a new story that is more in alignment with who you have become. This is not just one moment in a millions of moments in the continuum of the life that you have been living. Let it go. Let it be just a story and move on. Better tales are waiting to be told. Release any past heartbreak that has been holding you back. Anything that has caused you to feel like, I'm scared to love again. I'm scared to be vulnerable again. I'm scared to give myself again. Remember that these are swords from your past. The clouds that you can see, they are not present. They are clouds. They have already passed. It's just that you are still keeping them in that space. And so you're unable to completely see that it's not a part of your life anymore. There is someone in your life, this could also be you, who has an emotional cup to give you. They are in caution themselves. They want to give, but they are careful before giving because probably they're reflecting or feeling what you're feeling. So even though they want to give, they're not completely able to give because these swords need to be removed, given back to the universe, or remove the sword and make it your action step. Take action on these clouds. Allow the rain pouring to wash it all away. With the Hermit card, what do you see? With the Hermit, I see that you are being asked to go within. You are being asked to ask yourself, what is it that I need to shed light upon? What am I avoiding within myself? If I need to release something, what is it that I need to release? Is there something that I need to release? Am I aware of these things? Am I not aware of these things? What is it and where is it coming from? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. And from the beginning, we had the mountain card, right? So within this mountain card, what do you see? We see the mountains in the Hermit. We see the mountain here. You are the wisdom that you are searching for. It's all within you. You just have to climb your own peak and understand yourself before you're able to understand anyone or anything else. For your second one, we have thunder. This could be signifying a really big shift or change in your life. You feel it like right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events that have been set in motion. It's a time to be prepared for anything because your life is right now an adventure. Wonderful opportunities are arriving now. Your trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you will need now more than ever are flexibility, which also involves your mental flexibility, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving, so be ready. Exactly, your destiny is arriving, so be ready. Of course, right now it is in manifestation form. It hasn't yet grounded itself. So it's still in the works, right? It's more in 5D right now. And until it comes down to your earth level, which is your 3D, it's going to take some time. Of course, the big change is the death card, which is signifying and talking about the extremities of what you are about to experience, a complete new rebirth. It's like almost removing a lot of energy that you have been holding on to for an extremely long time, and it's time to really create that release at this point. And with the 5 of Pentacles, the second time, we are talking about, being crippled, being like, it's almost like if you try to resist this change, you may feel almost crippled because you're not really experiencing the bigger picture that you're actually kind of moving through. All right, now we move on to the third. This begins with magic and the number 33. Have you been drawn to the number 33 or 333 lately? It has been a consistent theme, which is a deep calling for forgiveness as well. You are being invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in your great mind, and you are being invited to call it and recognize the dance in the synchronicities, the events, the signs, the symbols, the omens that are given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, to watch for the signs, and to take action. So it's like an intelligence or infinite intelligence of Spirit that creates the fundamental fabric of the universe that we call magic. So experience the evidence of this magic through the synchronicity or meaningful coincidence, if you want to call it coincidence. There may have been a lot of things to do. There probably are a lot of things to do. There probably are a lot of things that you need to take care of. a lot of action to take. Things that you have been holding on to, you need to start knowing what these things are so that you don't hold on to them too tight. And if you have been holding on to these things, if you feel like there's a lot of burden on your shoulders, you will never experience the full extent of this magic that you meet with this divine counterpart who is yourself first. So this magic can only be felt once you really understand and see the eyes through the dream, through your dream. Let us get some more clarity on this. Okay, so this is mainly, actually, it's talking a lot about coming together of things, like a completion of everything, of abundance, of love, of marriage, of family, of creating and co-creating with the world, of community, of a community of people coming together and creating a better life for themselves together. So to come into the space of family growth and abundance, togetherness, basically, this holding on and this burden that you have been feeling, you need to start recognizing these things, releasing them, so you are really ready for what the world and what this dream has to offer to you. Let us now move to the fourth aspect, which is the spiral. The spiral in itself is an essence of manifestation. Okay, it's talking about the natural world, the most natural shape that you find around the earth. Have you seen a snail's shell? It's in the shape of a spiral, right? It's the most natural form or shape that you will find. And it's a guide to entering a lot deeper into one's consciousness and the unknown, extending far out into the heavens. It's crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in its depths of the psyche and, its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. To renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You've already done this. So don't keep scraping away the old, but also welcome the soft new skin that's actually starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. Start working on what you're good at. Start improving that. Know that a new skin, maybe a new skill too, because I said skill instead. It feels vulnerable and scary at times. So trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides you on your journey of renewal. With the Eight of Wands, we are seeing a coming of growth and massive number of opportunities that are coming towards you. Massive number of opportunities. Okay? And these opportunities are going to bring you a lot of financial freedom if the action steps are taken towards it. Because these opportunities have to be grabbed and planted onto the earth so that they can continue growing and give you the abundance that you have been looking for. You have all the resources. You have all the resources that you need to create this growth. It's just probably that you're not being resourceful. You're not using the resources in the best way possible for the abundance to come towards you. Right? So that is an important thing that you need to work on. Last, we have the Three of Wands. Look at your future. Look at where you're planting the opportunities, which opportunities you're taking, which opportunities you want to work towards, because there are so many, right? Of course, you can choose all of them, but prioritize maybe three at a time. And within that three, one has maximum priority. So find your resources for each priority and work on it individually. Visualize it every morning after you wake up, every night before you sleep. And then watch the magic happen. Let us now move on to the fourth aspect, which is the hunter. It talks about the thick forest that you are in to reach your destination. You need to rely on your skills to move through this thick forest. Follow the tracks that spirit has left behind for you to claim your bounty, to claim your prosperity and abundance, your bonus, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Don't follow the maps drawn by others, because it's not going to lead you to your true self. Of course, you can start there, but once you start there, you need to continue following your path. So notice where that is leading you and focus on following that. Okay? Remember not to want more than what you need, so you're not guided by unbridled ambition. It's okay to come home empty-handed sometimes. You know, when a hunter goes on his journey of hunting his prey, it's not always that he catches his prey. Alright? Sometimes the animals have learned how to hide. With the Queen of Pentacles, you are bringing home abundance. You are bringing home that food for yourself, for your family. You are going to be able to do that. So trust in yourself. Trust in your skills more than anything. Next, we have the Eight of Swords. There may be hard days. There may be difficult times that, you almost feel incapable. Like, I just can't do this anymore, and it's just confusing me to a point where I'm scared. I just want to break down. I can't do this anymore. But the thing is, you haven't even stepped into your full power and seen what you are capable of. So don't drown in your sorrows and don't feel bad about coming empty-handed one day. Try again the next day and rely and trust in your skills. It's going to be scary. Sometimes you're not entirely going to be sure what's going to show up in this forest, right? Because there may be animals that are trying to defend themselves while they come to harm, and that's why they come to harm you. Again, trust on your intuition, trust in your skills. Even though you have these fears, you also have your skills. And these fears and insecurities are so much lower in number than your skills. So with that, we complete today's reading. Once again, I remind you to hydrate, keep yourself hydrated. The solar eclipse new moon energies may be intense, but remember to use your water as your manifestation. Charge your water, put your intentions into your water, and then take a sip. Take 10 sips. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. I really hope you were able to resonate with this reading. This is a timeless reading, so even if you come upon this reading at a later point of time, the 5 aspects that have been in-depthly explained to you are going to give you a lot of information on the things that you are going to be healing and working on through this time after the solar eclipse has passed. If this helped you and you think it may help your family or your friends, remember to share this reading with them. And also, as a mode of channeling, I do channel all of the subscribers and the people who have liked my video. So remember to like this video if you have resonated with it, so that I can channel you a lot more deeper for the next reading. Thank you so much once again. Namaste.